Scary moments outside in Aurora Elementary School as officers use force to bring down a suspect. All this while parents are dropping off their kids. Good evening, I'm Matt Garcia. Ernie has a night off.
And I'm Asha Blake. It all unfolds just a couple of hundred yards from Iowa Elementary School in Aurora. Police shot at the suspect and then tasered him repeatedly after he climbs into a cop car. Let's go live to Iowa and Olathe. Don Ward is there with the story. Don, what's happening?
Well, Asha, the elementary school is right back here. The shooting scene is just a half a block up the road here. But this all started a few miles from here where it ended. Officers just after noon got a call that a man was actually pounding on someone's car. They went out to find him, eventually tracked him to this spot, tried to arrest him, but it wasn't easy.
An ambulance moves out with the suspect inside.
All we knew was there are gunshots and we have to hide and protect our children.
Children in a scramble for safety.
Duck your heads down, duck your heads down.
Their school is right near the scene of the showdown.
Next thing you know, his gun was out. That's when we heard the pop.
An officer on patrol had spotted the suspect. He got out of his cruiser and confronted him.
He gave some very specific orders. The person would not comply and, in fact, had responded with something to the effect of, "Just shoot me."
The officer didn't, but it escalated because of what the suspect apparently did next.
Got around into the driver's side of the patrol car, which obviously made the officer feel threatened because we have shotguns inside those cars, and the officer felt that it was necessary to fire a round at him.
That's the bullet hole in the bottom of the R in Aurora. No one was hit, and other cops arrived.
I heard some glass break and just look out the window and cops got guns drawn and it's going down. You know what I mean?
Officers tried to tase him. They tased him repeatedly. It appeared to be ineffective. And from that point, there was enough officers on scene that they were able to actually get him cuffed up. And that's when they discovered that he had a gun on his possession.
A gun he never used, or the scare outside the school might have been much worse.
Now tonight, Aurora police say just one shot was fired. Some witnesses say they heard more. Perhaps it was the tasers being used that they were hearing. The suspect himself is okay. He was taken to the hospital to be looked over. He had some minor injuries from the pre-arrest scuffle. The officer who did fire a weapon is on leave with pay until the investigation is finished, and that is standard procedure. Live in Aurora, Don Ward, WB2 News.
Definitely some scary moments. Don, thank you so much.
Tonight, we go to Don Ward, who's up at the Eisenhower Tunnel. And Don, I got to think that the roads are pretty dicey.
Well, Dave, if you're coming up here tomorrow, and let's face it, a lot of skiers will be, there's a good chance it's going to be a challenge. Right now, traffic heading in towards the Eisenhower Tunnel is moving all right, but as you mentioned, the snow has been falling on and off all night long, stacking up here on our car. It's just adding to what's been falling up here for days now. Look at this big pile of snow they've had to shove out of the way of this parking lot over the last few days. And while this does make it great for the skiers, and we're going to hear a little bit more about that too, for the driving, it also makes it dangerous.
Getting ready for the next round. Heavy snowfall for the weekend visitors and for the year-round residents. Tom Kelly is a regular through here from Grand Junction. That's his truck.
I've done it for about 15 years across this thing.
I've never been on roads like this before, but it's scary.
Tammy DeMang is a first-timer from Louisiana. That's her truck.
Spin out of control and hit the wall, and I couldn't help it. I just started spinning.
Welcome to Colorado in the winter.
It's nothing unusual.
It is a little unusual. The snow has been coming down so hard, so often, that for November, it's a record or near record total in some spots in the high country. They're measuring it in feet.
Yeah, a lot of snow. I haven't been skiing yet, but my husband's been 5 times. He says it's the best skiing ever, early season, so that's good.
That's the upside. There is a downside, the almost upside downside.
Really bad, slippery.
Watch this guy spin out, then wind up facing the wrong way on the highway. Best he can do is get out of the way quickly.
He was okay. We didn't hit him. Nobody else hit him either. We can tell you, coming up from Denver, we really didn't get into any snow until about Georgetown. Then it was okay for a while as we got through the tunnel right near the Vail Pass. Very, very slippery indeed. Of course, all of that is going to change overnight with more and more snow coming. So do come up here tomorrow to enjoy all this, but do be careful on the way. Live near the Eisenhower Tunnel, Don Ward, WB2 News.
All right, good advice. Thanks a lot, Don. Even though Dave says snow.
Claro, pedí que me checara cuando llegue aquí.